I'm back! This week, we've got new images of the Osmo 360. A kid built a custom FPV drone all from scratch. There's a new drone on the market that might blow DJI out of the water. And we've got a brief update on the potential launch window of the rumored Mini 5 Pro. My name's Ian, and we've got a lot to talk about this week, so let's dive right in. Remember the Osmo 360 that Haka_sushi on X originally leaked earlier this year? Well, it might actually be a real thing now, as over the weekend, the user leaked again a bunch of new images and specs, so let's talk about it. The product looks eerily similar to the GoPro Max, with the Osmo being a tad bit slimmer. No, seriously, how did they manage that and avoid a patent infringement suit on this thing? Like, allegedly, come on. The leaked photos show the camera completely torn apart in what we can only assume is an effort to get proper measurements and specs to develop the owner's manual, or like accessories or something probably. While we don't have any information about the camera itself just yet, we can see that the unit will feature a touchscreen, charged via USB Type-C, and would be compatible with a wide range of DJI accessories. It's an ecosystem, of course. That is, of course, even if it does come to the market, which of course it's going to. Like, this is DJI, they never stop. While it's all fun and games to speculate, of course, there's no clear evidence that the Osmo 360 will actually make its debut anytime soon, and it could just be like in the graveyard of things like the Romo, the DJI vacuum that was spotted a while back. Jasper Ellens did state that he hasn't seen any evidence of this camera through web stores, and his sources, they usually don't fail us, so let's keep looking out there, like keep your eyes peeled. If this camera does come to fruition, we'd be curious to see how it would stack up, especially against the recent launch of the X5 from Insta360 and the long rumored GoPro Max 2 that should potentially come later this year. With 360-degree cameras quickly becoming an essential part of pretty much any creator's kit, if you need that multi-camera, multi-scene angle, do whatever you want, just roll and capture, we wouldn't really be surprised if DJI was developing something like this. It fits into their wide stack somewhere. It's gonna happen. Tell me what you think in the comments below. In the first-person view community, building your own drone from off-the-shelf parts isn't really that impressive. It's kind of the norm. So it's rare to see someone build their own drone completely from scratch. What do I mean by completely? Well, Logan from the YouTube channel Building with Logan recently published a video showcasing his fully custom 4-foot wide FPV drone, which took him over a year to build and then fine-tune. While he didn't create any of the actual electronic components like the flight controller or the battery, he did design and 3D print the drone using a CAD-based software and enlisted the help of a friend who had a 3D printer. The frame of the drone is made from 3D printed parts and carbon fiber tubes that are arranged in a traditional X-shaped layout. And if you're wondering, Logan has a background in robotics, of course, so he's no stranger to figuring out this kind of thing. Logan designed and built everything from the propellers to the motors on this drone from scratch, which is pretty cool given that you never really hear of someone winding or building their own motors these days. They're kind of a solved problem that we'll talk about in a future video about problem solving. Despite several challenges along the way, he managed to get the drone up in the air for a test flight, and we're not going to spoil what happens at the end of the video, but it's definitely worth going and checking out. So seriously, hats off to this guy. Like, building a fully custom drone from scratch takes serious skill and determination. I got a lot of abandoned projects back there, so it is like big work to do that, and it really is worth kudos. So of course, we're interested to see what Logan decides to build next. And if you're interested, we've got a few different podcasts that dive into everything you need to know about FPV. So if you want to get started in the world of FPV, check them out down below. It has been this many days since a leak was released about the Mavic 4 Pro. And for the last time, we're talking about Mavic 4 leaks. Let's dive into the very last bit of information as we gear up for launch day, which is next week, which has now officially been confirmed by DJI, so May 13th. Earlier this week, DJI put up this teaser on their social platform with the tagline, "Spin your world." I wonder what that could be. Probably a rotating gimbal? At the end, they revealed the official announcement date is May 13th at 12 Zulu time or GMT or 5 a.m. Pacific time, which means I'm getting up super early. You're gonna wanna grab a couple cups of coffee because this is going to be an early start. So on to the good stuff. We finally got some more information about how the electronic ND filter is going to work on this new drone. And there's one big caveat, you're just gonna have to cough up some pretty serious cash. You know that photo of a crashed Mavic 4 that we saw a couple weeks ago? Well, if we take a closer look, we can determine one big detail. There's a series of copper connection points or pogo pins on the gimbal that will likely connect to the electronic ND filter. DJI has reportedly avoided avoided sending the END filter to influencers to maintain this secrecy, but it was unintentionally revealed in the leaked quick start guide for this drone. The END filter, named the Hasselblad END 4264, is rumored to cost around $220 US, which means it's like a DLC for this drone. Like, you got to get the unlock crate. We also got a few new images of the drone, and by the looks of it, retailers are already starting to receive their retail package units, which means that makes sense given that the drone is going to launch on Tuesday and will probably be available for immediate purchase, hopefully. It's been an emotional roller coaster leading up to the launch date of this drone, with countless images leaked online, the release date getting delayed, and then more rumors than we can count. And you know what? I'm excited to just finally stop talking about this drone. Oh yeah, and of course for new hardware to come out on the market. We have a video coming up on launch day, so make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. It's going to be specific about the Mavic 4 Pro, and you can see how close or how way off I am when it comes to predictions. Not DJI news for once. A couple new drones are coming to the market, and they're not from DJI. Last week, American company SiFly unveiled a series of new drones that promise some absolutely incredible features and specs, all while staying completely silent. The SiFly Q12 and the heavy lift Q250 are designed for professionals working in the field. They even claim that their models offer up to 4 times the flight time compared to their DJI counterparts. These drones are designed specifically for emergency response missions, and the company's already conducted over 3,000 flights in its test facility in Salinas, California. The Q12, the smaller one, offers a range of features including a payload capacity of about 10 pounds and a maximum flight time of 180 minutes. And it's a simple design that allows the drone to be set up and put away fairly easily. The larger Q250, on the other hand, has a whopping 237-pound payload capacity and can reach speeds up to 160 kilometers per hour, and it features an emergency safe descent system, which kind of makes sense given the power and the capability of this drone. Of course, beyond public safety, these drones are designed for mapping, surveying, and inspecting infrastructure, and they're designed for those working in the field. So we'd be kind of shocked if someone bought one just for the fun of it or for only one mission. We're curious to see how they'll do in the current market and if they'll really be able to deliver on the specs they promise. And honestly, this could really give DJI a run for the money when it comes to domestic drone offerings. Today's episode is brought to you by Coastal Drone Co., your trusted resource in drone certification in Canada and USA. I'm not going to use a weird voice like Adam did last week. That was weird. I'm sorry. If you're going to pick up a new drone, you'll probably need a license to get it. And after all, you wouldn't want to get caught flying without one. We've trained nearly 20,000 drone pilots, helping them get their basic, advanced, Part 107, and now soon their level 1 complex pilot certificates, so you or them can fly confidently in Canada and around the world. We offer online or in-person training so you can feel confident throughout your journey as a drone pilot for fun or for work. Wherever and however you're flying, our courses will guide you through everything that you need to know, so check out the links below or visit us at coastaldrone.co to take your flying to the next level. We've got a quick update in regards to the launch window of the Mini 5 Pro. Earlier this week, the up-and-coming leaker, Takasushi, stated that they have received reliable info that it is indeed scheduled for September. This would make sense given that the past launches of the Mini series have been in the fall season. We're likely to see more images and videos pop up in the weeks and months ahead, so we'll be sure to keep you updated. A 66-year-old man went missing in the woods of St. Anne de KT in New Brunswick last Tuesday, but with the help of a drone, he was then safely found. The Richibuto RCMP received a report of the missing man who had not returned from his walk and decided to enlist the help of a drone operator to aid in the search. The drone's infrared camera quickly detected a heat signature in the woods, in which officers were then able to enter the area and safely locate the man. He was then escorted out and taken to a hospital as a precaution after spending over 24 hours in the woods. The RCMP have since credited the success of their mission to the drone operator and emphasized the value of the technology in public safety. We've said it time and time again, and we've seen it time and time again. Drones are being used to save critical time when searching for missing subjects. Instead of sending in search parties, first responders are able to get an accurate view of the situation within minutes of the drone being in the air. If you're interested, of course, we've got a few different podcast episodes that dive into what you need to know if you want to get into thermal applications or just want to fly in the backcountry, so you can check them out on our channel. Now for a bit of a developing story, the search for two young children, Jack, age 4, and Lily Sullivan, age 6, is now entering its 5th day as of filming this on Thursday after they went missing last Friday near Lansdowne Station in Nova Scotia. The community has been hit pretty hard, but has come together in a strong show of support, providing meals, emotional comfort, and logistical aid to the search and rescue teams, which are of course using drones equipped with thermal technology to advance the search. The pilots are looking for specific heat signatures, which will hopefully lead to the successful rescue as soon as possible with the help of this technology. So crews are able to search day and night, making sure that they never miss a moment thanks to the ability for these drones to fly at all hours. RCMP spokesperson Corporal Carly McCann emphasized the importance of drones as a key tool in extending the search's reach and effectiveness, especially in these challenging conditions. We'll keep you updated on this story as it progresses, but for now, we're just hoping these kids are found safe and sound. So that's it for this week on Drone News. Stay tuned for a podcast episode this Sunday where we interview Vic Moss, the co-founder of the Drone Service Providers Alliance, and dive into an unfiltered conversation about the drone industry. In the meantime, you can check out our video last week where we shot our FPV one take with the DJI Vata 2. As always, like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next week on Drone News.